Okay, number 7. Mid-September statewide average gas prices in dollars per gallon for years since 2000 are given in the table below. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a list and spreadsheet page and put in our data. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our Y values as well. Make sure all your data is correct before you go to cell C1. Now, menu, statistics, stat calculation, and we're running a linear regression in MX plus B form. Our domain is the year. Our range is the price. Say OK. And there is our regression. Now, we're going to take this data and put it right into our document. So the first thing, I'm going to steal this value for the slope and this value for our y-intercept. So remember, we're rounding everything in this entire document to the nearest hundredth, 2 decimal places. So what I want to look at is whether or not I keep the 8. So I do 0.0, and then I look at the number to the right of 8. It's a 3. That's 4 or less, so that means let the 8 rest, leave it alone, and my slope is 0.08. Now when I come down here to the y-intercept, I know I have a 1.2, but now I look to that 9, and that 9 says 5 or more raise the score, so that 5 goes up to 6, and that's our P. So now I can write my regression equation. Y equals, and all I'm doing is stealing what I already did. My slope is 0.08, so 0.08, times my x plus my b, which is 1.26. And the last thing to deal with is the r value. In this case, 0.982. The value in question is that 8 in the middle, 2 decimal places. So I'm looking to that 8, and I'm saying, do I keep it or do I make it a 9? So I look at the 2. The 2 says 4 or less, let it rest. So I'm keeping that 8, and my R value is 0.98. So let's go over to our calculator, get a new page. So Control Doc, add a data stats page, and remember, our domain is the year, our range is the price. And now I want one of those lines. So menu, analyze, plot function. And the function I want to plot is our linear regression equation. So 0.08x plus 1.26. And that's the picture that I want to put in my document. Now, once I have my linear regression in my document, I go to the next part of the question, which says, use this equation to determine how much more the actual price was than the predicted price. So highlight those 2 words because they're very important. One of these values is real. That's the actual. One of these values is predicted. And we're taking the difference between them, right? So they gave us the actual price of 2.956. So we're going to find the predicted price because that would be a point on this line. So to find that, I'm going to go to my document, to my calculator, data page, and I just want a calculator page. So my equation is 0.08 times, if we're talking about 2005, years since 2000 has been 5 years. So my x is 5 plus 1.26. I get 1.66, whereas the actual price was 2.956. And that's the difference. That's how much they miss by, because I think gas kind of got really expensive really quick in 2005. We'll add that to our document. And this is referred to as extrapolating. When we're taking values that are outside of the data set we've calculated, if you think about our table only went to 2004, but since our question went to 2005, that's actually called extrapolation rather than what we've done before, which was interpolation. And that's how you do question number 7.